Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Get Back podcast. I'm your host, Damian Dustin, here with
Aiden Jones. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
and welcome back to episode
58.
58, right?
58.
58. Man, this is a big day. Just a big day for hoops. Big day for, I think, really just the landscape of the league in general.
Yes, it is.
We have a Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals with the Oklahoma City Thunder at home against the San Antonio Spurs. Big game, Jones. We got a lot to talk about.
It is.
What are your thoughts on this game heading into it so far?
What's the best 2 words in sports?
Game 7.
Game 7.
Absolutely.
Game 7 is the best 2. We have somehow had, I think, about 5 or 6 Game 7s this whole postseason out of all teams, which is great.
Most in a while.
This is the most important one
Yes.
out of everything.
Of course.
As we all know, I think we kind of got to break down Game 6 to kind of go into Game 7.
Yeah.
Game 6, we saw a whole landscape change over in San Antonio. When we walked in with the monk suit on, I think we kind of knew what time it was. But let's talk about it. Let's actually break it down. How do you feel about the OKC in Game 6? What can they possibly change over?
So I think Game 5 and Game 6 you really have to look at as kind of the same game, just flipped result.
Yeah.
I think obviously, last podcast it was that Game 5 for OKC where they had that big win. They won by 21 points at home to take the series lead. And it seemed that San Antonio really didn't have any urgency past the third quarter. Obviously, it stayed close as much as it could until OKC shooting just kind of really took over that game.
Right.
The same thing kind of happened with San Antonio. I think San Antonio simply just went on this crazy run with their shooting.
I think shooting and defense. I mean, because I know we're probably going to get into it. That huge, 20 points straight. OKC went from 8 minutes in the third quarter all the way to the last minute without scoring a bucket.
Yeah.
That's San Antonio on the offensive side, yes, doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it all starts with the defense. Like, how many transitions did they have in that timestamp? How many type of blocks? Like it all starts with their defense, as we all know.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And here's the thing for OKC. I think, obviously, they are down their 2 other ball handlers with J-Dub and A.J. Mitchell, which I think would have alleviated some pressure off of Shai. But I think, listen, you're 7 games in now, and Shai hasn't been able to really find the answer to the test that he so claims to have. And and it's just
like he said it himself. How can I know the answer to the test if I didn't see the questions yet? You gotta see the questions, which he's seen 7 times.
Which he's seen 7 times and's got it incorrect every time. He's on academic probation at this point. The point being, I think Shai in this game, in Game 7 in particular, I think he's going to have to kind of remodel his game. Maybe, I'm not saying abandon the mid-range, but try to find different ways to get there. Whether that's pulling up and creating within 7 seconds of the shot clock and really just trying to speed up San Antonio's defense. Or maybe you do the pick and fade. You draw back, and instead of having big set you screens, you have your guard set you screens. Which can work.
Who does it? The Knicks do it. Alex Caruso does it, but the Knicks does it to perfection.
Yes.
It's not necessarily with Cat. I mean, Cat does it sometimes, but you'll see Mikal Bridges. You'll even see some of their other guards set screens. It's only because they're faster. You can get off the screen faster.
Yep.
It makes space for someone else. Now you have to worry about them. And then it leaves Shai on a little island. Because, I mean, as we know, Shai is so nice. I mean, he's a back-to-back MVP. Like it's not like he's a scrub. You just need more from him, which can be helped by his team. Help him create shots.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree. And here's something that I think OKC might have to look into this game. And is I don't want to say that scary is not the word I'm looking for, because OKC is probably going to remain with the same starting 5 that they have with Jared McCain, Shai, Chet, Holmgren, Dort. Lou Dort last game was 2 for 11 from the field, 1 of 9 from 3. This series in particular, he has been atrocious. He hasn't been good whatsoever shooting the ball. His defense as well hasn't really been that great either.
Defense has been, it's a lot of fouling, but it's not the best of defense that we know Lou for.
Exactly. And I think that's just because Lou's not playing bigger bodies. We've seen him do great things against Luka. We've seen him do great things against bigger guards. Yeah. He's playing speed. Yeah. And I think speed is just really against a guy like Lou.
Because Lou's built like a linebacker.
Yeah, he's 6'4", 225. I mean, he's not going to have that speed that these guys like Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox. Those are 3 guards that on any given day can make a running for one of some of the fastest guards in the league.
I feel you.
And to accompany that with Wemby, I think it's just really a matchup nightmare for OKC, and I think that's why they've really struggled so much.
But
Shai in
Shay's on a
particular.
pattern though. I'm looking at 24 the first game, then you put up 30, 26 the next game, then you put up 19, 32, and then 15. So that means that he's bound.
So 15, he's bound to drop
He's
50.
I
I'm
didn't say
kidding.
that.
I'm kidding.
But he's bound to at least give you about 28 points, 30 points.
And he's gonna have to. That's the only path.
I think, but it's also the way that you're doing it. Because I think we all know we can talk about the refs all we want. We already know how NBA Twitter looks like right now.
Oh yeah.
Shai needs to give you what? Solo to actually make this a good game without free throws. What does he have to
24
give
points. 24
Yeah.
points. And here's why I say that. You're probably like, wow, that's like a lot.
you? No, it's not. For a back-to-back MVP, no, it's not.
There we go. Because we're assuming that, listen, Shai's going to get to the line this game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to get there like 12, 15 times, but he's going to get there more than 5 times, 100%. I just really, I'm looking at this. It's going to have to be more than Shai. With the way that the other guards on San Antonio are playing, you're going to need Jared McCain to step up. I hate to say this. OKC's really their most clear path to victory is the home magnet ball. We talked about
Gotta
this.
stop saying this, bro. It's not a real thing.
It is a real
Gotta
thing. It
stop
literally
saying it.
game 5, game 6, that's the home magnet ball right there.
Yo, you think game 6 was the whole magnet ball?
Yeah.
Game 5 wasn't either, bro.
Game 5 for OKC was a home magnet ball. When Jared McCain
I
started
know you
when
believed in
Jared
that type of
McCain
stuff.
started making those pull-up threes, I
didn't know you was tired. I didn't know you was tired of believing that type of stuff. But
yes, of course. The home, you don't think that's a real thing? I think
because you are like at the home magnet ball, the ball wouldn't go like how that like when you shoot the ball, it would be like a force that's being put. It wouldn't be like
I'm just saying that that's a phrase. Home magnet ball. You ain't never heard that phrase?
Unless you're talking about an actual magnet, like
no,
a chip
I'm not
in the
talking
ball.
about an actual magnet. I'm just saying all those bench guys are just gonna shoot better because they're at home.
Oh, I'm
That's the
thinking you're
home
talking about like
magnet
an
ball.
actual magnet in the ball. That's what
No.
you believe in that type of shit.
Man, the
Okay,
refs,
my
and
bad,
now
my
you
bad.
think there's magnets involved?
That's
Come on now.
Keep going, bro. Shut
but
up, bro.
but no, yeah, I think like all the bench players for OKC elevated home. We've seen it.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams in particular, not J Dub, J Will in particular,
Uh-huh.
the backup big for OKC. He is night and day playing home in a way. I think his shooting is gonna have to be big this game. A guy like Queso's gonna have to be pesky on the right at half court.
You haven't mentioned somebody that I'm waiting for.
Because he's been a non-factor this entire series.
You can't. I mean,
Talking about Chet Holmgren.
he started off good in what was it, game 5?
Game
Did he
5?
not? He started off great. That actually, I think that was like one of the key reasons y'all won. When Chet gets off to a hot start, he had 8 points in 5 minutes. That means something, bro. I'm not saying that he can stop Wemby. We're not even gonna go down that path. We're not gonna disrespect him or
no, but it gives him more of an incentive to play
you
hard.
go.
And it
There
sucks
you
that
go.
it's come to that like we have to like instill this confidence in a player for him to play well. But yeah, that's the sad truth. I think Wemby has this this hold over Chet, and I don't think Chet can break it. He can simply, to your point, have a good half of basketball and hopefully just propel some confidence in him to where he plays okay defense against Wemby and can maybe force a couple tough shots.
I don't know. Wemby's doing some unspeakable things right now. Like, I mean, the only game that I've really been a little disappointed with Wemby wasn't even his fault like that. Well, well, it was. It was him and his team. Game 5, I feel like they like sheared away from him to start the game off. Every game this whole postseason, you start off with Wemby and it ends with Wemby. Yeah, everybody else can get throws in between. Everybody else can help, contribute, do what they need to do. It felt like they were playing take away from Wemby in the game 5.
I do. I think game 5. I think fatigue's starting to set in for Wemby. I don't mean that in like and I'm not saying that in like a total like he's like not going to be good anymore type of thing. But I think, listen, game 5, he obviously didn't look himself. He was more of a.
It could have been some tired.
He was more of a perimeter oriented player.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been playing about 12 more minutes
than the regular season.
In the regular season, and it's not like.
But it's needed.
It's needed, but it's not like he's this 6'4" guard that can be accustomed to that quickly. He's 7'4". Like his body to adjust to that. I mean, that's a big physical toll and a big ask of your DPOY.
It is, but he could do it.
He can.
Like that's the point. Wemby could do it. I mean, his last game, the 28 and 10 with 3 blocks. That was a great game.
It was a great game, but you know what? I can't believe I'm saying this because usually Wemby, everything that Wemby does, I feel like is repeatable for him.
Uh-huh.
I think if they want to win this game, I don't think that the way that he got the 28 on pure jump shots, I don't think that that's the path to victory against OKC. In Oklahoma City, no, I just he had 2 step back threes on Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yeah.
Where I think I just looked over at the couch and I was like, yeah, it's over. Like we're gonna have a game 7 in OKC, but I simply just don't believe him being a pure jump shooter. They'll win the game. He's going to have to be a big man in this game.
It's time to unlock Carter Bryant, bro. Let him truck Shai again.
Oh God.
Carter Bryant took. And you know what? I think it was somewhat of the internet. I don't know if it was a coach that possibly looked at Twitter too. They said if they're gonna flop, give them a reason to flop. Give them a reason if they want the fouls. Give them a reason to call the foul. Carter Bryant took that personally. Ended up trucking Shai back to back.
Carter Bryant takes a lot of things personally. He was crying on the bench after Game 5.
He's also 19 years old, and he got into it with the coach.
Okay.
And the coach, and how did he respond? How did he respond?
That's great.
Great.
That's awesome,
Great.
and I'm sure he's a great player.
That's actually kind of crazy that you just said that.
I don't care.
You've played sports, so like you should know, like that's like a regular emotion thing.
That's sure. I feel you.
In a Western
to
Conference Finals,
go from crying to pushing Shai like that, I think it's just weird. But I understand.
wait.
I understand it
Why was he crying?
because he messed up on a play.
Okay, because he messed up on a play, and then
one turnover.
Doesn't matter when it matters to you that much. Yes,
Absolutely, I understand.
you're so weird.
I understand.
Weird. Either way, they got him unlocked. I'm ready to see what he can do because he still played decent. You can take those two.
He's a great defender, and I think he's good at driving to the rim. Listen, he's a big guard. I think if he works on his 3, he'll be a great piece for San Antonio. Do I think he'll ever be like a starter for them with the guards they have?
He shouldn't.
He should.
He will. Not as he be your 6th man, but he'll be one of the best pieces off of your bench.
Absolutely,
you put him in for straight defense, almost like a queso type of role. Yes,
yeah, of course. I think with another year or 2 in the league, I think he'll be up there. And I think the advantage that he has. Not only does he get to train with the DPOY at practice every day, he's also training with those 3 elite defensive guards.
And he talks to Pop every day, and he talks to all the Spurs organization. They're all smart heads.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I think Carter Bryant's going to be a good 6th man for them. But aside from the antics, the push and Shai, I mean, that's what we expected. These 2 teams don't like each other. You're 7 games into it. If you thought it was going to be sweet at this point, you're very mistaken.
Great matchups. Who do you need from? I'll go for the Spurs. Who do you need for OKC? Give me 3 players that you need to simply have not like a breakout game, but they need to show their dominance in this game.
Queso, Hartenstein, and Shai.
I see 2 players that have been playing actually great.
Yeah,
to me at least.
And when they play great, Oklahoma City wins. That's the common denominator. When Queso has those 3-4 steals and completely flips the entire game to the speed that OKC likes to play in, they win. When Hart guards Wemby out in the perimeter and actually locks him up and gets and that's another thing. I think OKC's done a really good job in their wins, at least, implementing this style of rebounding against Wemby where they kind of box him out in the perimeter. Like if he's at the perimeter, Hart will box him out at the 3-point line. Yeah. And it's Chet barbecue chicken for the rebound. I think if they really need to be super honed in on that, especially in this game, because I think Wemby's going to try to be a big man this game. I think he's going to try to get you 30 and 20. I think he's going to try to game 1 it.
That'll be kind of hard. He gave you 41 and 20.
I know,
24.
But I'm saying those shot attempts, most of those greens, they weren't in the rim. I think he's going to try to implement that type of will. He will not. They will not. I hand the Bible. They will not win if Wemby is a pure jump shooter this game.
Well, it depends. If these 3 players can play good, then he may not have to. I have Devin Vassell. If he can keep playing the bully ball that he has this whole series, this whole postseason, he has really lit up people's eyes with the defensive way that he has.
Absolutely,
I mean, I did no clue that his defense was that good, and he is also a vet. I need Dylan Harper to come out pretty nice because I think the past 2 series he's played pretty good. This series I'm looking for a little bit more from him, which he hasn't gave us. He's given us some spots, some moments, but not as well. And you need your 6th man, Keldon Johnson, to come out blazing. I mean, I think he's very aggressive driving to the cup. He knows when to take his shots. I just want us to be a little bit more smart, a little bit smarter pace. Try to get somebody else involved, and if those three can hoop, and Wemby can actually somewhat get more looks where it's not all just in the paint. Yes, you want him mostly in the paint. Yes, you do, but give him some other looks where like it's still spaced out. There you go.
Yeah, I agree. And I think one player on each team that we didn't mention that I think Alex Caruso for OKC is going to be huge. He's the energy guy. I think he really sets the tone, especially at home for them. That is, I mean, you would think he was a hometown hero the way that they cheer for Caruso. He's going to have a big impact game. Not necessarily the points. He's giving you the points.
Because Caruso has so much heart. Caruso, when he hits a shot, you guys can be down by 12. He hits a shot, he's talking to the crowd.
Yeah. And listen,
he talks.
And listen, AC's averaging about 20 points this series right now. So he's going to have to bring the energy. And on the San Antonio side, a guy who really hasn't had a good game yet, Julian Champagnie. And if Champagnie can get the 3-point shot going.
Well, he had a good game 5, but
and it didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
But we know that he can shoot well in OKC.
He had a great game 5.
So if in game 7, if he can come out hot and kind of just alleviate the pressure that I think OKC is going to strike first. I would be remiss to say that they don't strike first. I think it's going to be early in the game right away. I think they're going to try to assert themselves, and it's going to be a game of runs. That's how it's going to be. I really think that Julian Champagnie and Alex Caruso are going to have to be huge perpetrators for either team when they go on those set runs.
I really hope, because I feel like it will. I really hope this doesn't come down to experience. Like I know, like OKC, they're kind of they're not like home to straight game 7s, but they've played some very important game 7s in their career for all these players.
And the luxury about it is all these important game 7s for OKC. Where have they been? In OKC. That is the biggest luxury. To your point, not only do they have experience on their side, they have that familiarity, which I guess you can just say more they're one and the same thing. But being at home, having that game 7. Now, there is a different aspect to this. This is not a knock to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's 2-time MVP. He's a great player. This is not a knock to him. In all these game 7s, there's always been a common denominator of either something wrong happening.
Hallie would have went for 40. I'm sorry.
And Aaron Gordon entering the calf. I mean, there's always these big asterisks or questions that looms.
Who's taking the fall for the Spurs this time, Dave?
Oh, no, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying I think for Shai it's going to be a lot harder for him. Him saying that this is going to be the toughest game of my career. I mean, he hit the nail on the head. This will be the toughest game of your career. You are not getting a handout. You are going to have to go out there for 48 minutes, possibly more, to secure your chance at cementing another championship.
Yeah, because you think if like let's hypothetically, because I know obviously the game's happening tonight, we got to have something to talk about. Let's say the Spurs win. Or no, let's say OKC wins.
Mm-hmm.
That's the second chip basically automatically for Shai, correct?
Let's calm down. I feel like, and we'll get to the Knicks after. I think the Knicks are, especially right now, resting.
Don't do that, right?
No, I'm not saying it like that. I think OKC should be the favorite, of course. I think just with the injuries to OKC right now, and the way that this series has taken the soul out of both San Antonio and the Thunder. If the Knicks come out hot, it'll be a really interesting series. I'm not saying that they'll lose, but I'm just saying it'll be closer than a lot of people think.
Handle that for me, 5. Don't do that, bro. Okay, now let's say that San Antonio wins. What happens in the finals for them?
San Antonio.
I think that would actually be a great series.
I thought it would have been a great series until I found out the injury of Mitchell Robinson. The injury of Mitchell Robinson now.
You know the injury is, right? It's his hand.
I know it's his hand. He'll play. But
the worst shooter on basically all postseason teams.
No, I understand. But against Wemby, I don't know. I just don't like.
He won't be shooting regardless.
I know he won't be shooting. I'm just
the hand. The hand is actually probably the one thing that you would want him to get injured. If there had to be any injuries, it would be the hand.
Now I'm fouling him within the minute. Send him to the line immediately. Now he's got the cast on. I'm sending him even more.
Kane, that's everybody's method.
I might put who's bald dude on the Spurs?
The number 6, the backup guard.
Yeah. What's the name?
Come on. I don't know. I know who you're talking about though. Like he's a little light skin backup
McLaughlin.
Guard.
They got to put in McLaughlin.
No, to just put in Kelly Olynyk.
Simply, you got to put in Mason
Unleash
Plumlee.
Kelly.
Hard fouls. You got to put in Biyombo.
We didn't even talk about. How do you feel about that? They lost the game 5. When he comes out, he tells the 2 big guys, hard fouls only. How do you feel about that? Was that
Like I said, it's game.
it's playoff
like,
ball,
like
right?
I said,
It's playoff ball.
sure, it's playoff ball, absolutely, and I'm here for it 100%. My only problem with it would be if Shai had whispered into somebody's ear hard foul, we would be
He doesn't have to whisper that.
we would be but hold
You
on.
guys have been doing
hold
hard
on.
fouls for the past
we
2-3
would
years.
be clamoring that this team be investigated, all this stuff.
You
But
guys
hold
say,
on. I'm not saying
Shai
I'm
doesn't
not,
have to put out the hit.
hold on,
Like I
I'm
said,
not
you
saying
guys
in a
have
bad
done this
way.
for the past 2 years
I'm not
straight.
saying it in a bad way. I love it.
Bro, we've seen Lou Dort completely flail his body at people, gang. Shai does not have to tell him anything.
Sure, but that's doing something on your own accord.
We
The
seen
fact
we
that
we
your
we
best
seen we seen
player-
Hart in game 2 basically almost pull Wemby's arm out of his socket, bro. We
Sure, that's a
he
player.
doesn't have to give out any hits, bro.
That's a player's doing his own antics on his own accord. I'm talking about simply the best player on the team going to two players that don't get any PT asking for hard fouls. I find it just a little weird, but like
That's
I said,
weird to you.
it's no, like I said, it's weird in the sense that it's yes, it's weird.
You so soft.
You're
You so
all right.
soft, man.
All right.
You so soft. Hard fouls. I don't care. Same thing with game 6. I hope that he took that into head. Oh man, they called me on TV in the locker room. Hey y'all, hard fouls, everybody. Carter Bryant, truck him twice. Carter Bryant didn't even look at the ball. Truck him twice, man. Make him fall.
Got it. Who wins tonight?
Oh man, who wins? Spurs, OKC. I'm gonna say the Spurs. I'm gonna say the Spurs. That last game, it was too much. Like that 20-2 run, that showed me a lot, bro. Because they can lock them up. Yes, OKC was missing shots. They can lock them up. Who do you got?
I got San Antonio as well. I think Vic is simply just going to be a big man this game instead of a guard. I think he's probably just going to get to the paint at will. He owns Chet. I think Hart is probably going to be. That's probably where he's going to struggle a tad bit because he has struggled against Hart this series. I think nonetheless, though, he's going to go like 30 and 12. He's going to go nuclear. I think he goes nuclear in the paint, and I think their guards simply just lock up OKC's guards.
Yeah.
They don't have enough ball handlers. They
Yeah.
simply don't.
Yeah.
It's Shai and I think we talked about this lab pod. We say that Jared McCain is this ball handler.
Jared McCain has put up stinkers since he's been starting,
he's
bro.
not yet. He's
been
not
stinkers.
that.
And I swear, you never realize how much he's shooting. So you look at the box score. He was
Exactly.
shooting a lot, bro.
Exactly.
He's shooting a lot.
So I think this is where experience gets trumped by talent, and I
Yeah.
think simply just the Spurs are the more talented team right now, and I think they advance to the finals, face the Knicks.
All right, so we're gonna talk about the Knicks, but I kind of like we already kind of talked about it a little bit. I want to break down if both teams were to go. We're gonna break down both of them. So you want to start with OKC? OKC versus the Knicks. What would that look like in general with Jalen Brunson as the helm? You
It
still have
would-
Cat against.
It would be a visual
Chet.
representation of somebody getting shackles removed off of their ankles and their
Really?
arms. I think Shai would just foam out the mouth to even win this game tonight.
with both of those 3-and-D wings.
yes.
That's been
Yes.
locking up
Yes.
all postseason.
You don't know why? Because the difference between those 3-and-D wings is Shai's been playing D guards. He's been playing guards that not only match his speed.
You know Jalen Brunson didn't guard Donovan, right?
I'm not talking about. I know Brunson's not going to guard Shai. I'm not oblivious
So
to that.
you think that it's easy
But I
buggers
think
against?
I think Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox, their approach against Shai, built obviously with the fact that Wemby's in the paint, I think it gives them a lot more leeway to guard Shai out in the perimeter. Knicks don't have that luxury. To your point, there's not a lot of teams that have that luxury to
I
guard
think the
Shai.
Knicks are one of them, though.
Mm,
They have pretty good defenders. And
I don't
I'm
know.
not just saying it because what they
like
did
I
to
said,
me. They
regular,
massacred my
regular
guys.
season's regular season. Shai has
No,
fried the Knicks.
postseason. Postseason is postseason.
No, I
It's a
feel you.
different ball game.
I know. I think Shai has played the hardest defense he will ever have to play.
Once again, the Knicks saw them two times? Two times?
Yeah.
And it was all spread out. It's not like you're sitting there analyzing, which the Knicks have had plenty amount of time to simply analyze and watch these last 3 games without having to play a ball game at all. You don't think they're seeing everything that people are strategizing against Shai? They
fine.
have defense to do it too. I hope
yes,
you know they do.
They don't have the guards to do it.
Doesn't matter about guards because guess what? They're green.
OG can't guard Shai. If you are thinking that OG Anunoby, who's a great defender,
Mikel is 6'7", Shai is 6'6".
Yeah,
great matchup.
Mikel can't guard Shai either. We've seen it. He can't. And listen, I think we're so caught up in Shai being a flopper and a free. You even said it before the pod even started. We're so caught up in that he's a flopper and a free throw merchant that we actually forget how good he is.
That's why people hate him, because he's that good that he doesn't need it. But you know what? Apparently he does need it this postseason, and I guarantee you, I'm not saying every game. Yes, Shai will have
Shai will
30,
be, not
Shai
even
have
that.
25.
Shai
whatever.
will be able to drive to the paint again. The one thing that Shai is so great at that was taken away from him this entire series, Shai has not gotten to the rim once. He has not done shit. Sure, non-Wemby minutes? Yeah? In only non-Wemby minutes? Okay, cool.
Maybe.
I don't think he's gotten one layup on Wemby. And if
yes, he has.
It's
he's had some tough buckets on Wemby.
Sure.
Like some MVP buckets, like here, damn. Like some tough buckets on Wemby.
What I'm trying to say is, I'd much rather go to the paint with Cat sitting there.
Cat has been playing great also.
That's
defense
great.
and
Wemby?
offense.
Like Wemby?
He's not duh. Like, come on.
Exactly.
Come
so
on.
simply all I'm saying is that OKC is going to play a much lesser defense than they've played all year. I mean, to go from playing San Antonio to just a different team in general, that's like going on vacation.
It is like we said,
That's
this
like
was
going
the
on
finals.
vacation.
This is the finals. Whoever
Yes.
goes, I believe, does have the upper hand. Like, regardless, like they've seen too much.
Now, it's not the defense. I think the Knicks' offense and their pace can match with the OKC defense, similar to how Indiana matched that defense in the finals last year.
Pace.
They were all about pace, being fast, being slow, because it wasn't necessarily being fast all the time. It was dictating your own pace.
Yeah.
Hallie's going to go up the court, dictate his own pace. Now, Hallie's a lot different than Jalen Brunson. I think Brunson's a lot more skillful. And the way that Mikel's been playing, the way that their wings have been playing, those kick-out threes are going to be there.
Like that ever again. Don't ever disrespect Hal like that ever again.
I think Brunson's a way better player than Halliburton. Halliburton's a great
I'm
player.
not going to say way better. He's better. He's not way better.
Brunson's way better. The stretch that he's been on in the playoffs has
don't
been
let
unreal.
Hallie's injury fool you. He would have had 40 on your team.
That's
in the
fine.
finals. Don't let that fool
That's
you,
fine,
bro.
but he didn't. So
wait, why didn't he? Because he got injured. Don't say like y'all locked him up.
That's my thing. I'm dealing in like the stats right now. You're dealing in like this fantasy.
It's not a fantasy, but I'm saying like don't.
He's out
like
and didn't
that,
play, so he didn't drop 40.
Come on.
We've seen Brunson drop 35 plus in the playoffs
in a finals
multiple times this year. This
Never
will be no different.
Finals.
He will still answer the call. Jalen Brunson will still show up. I know you hate him because the two hats are there. You don't have to tell me why you hate him.
I'm just saying. Let's not do that, bro.
You would be remiss to not act like he won't average 30 in this series.
Average 30 against OKC or the Spurs? Are you serious? Oh, see, like
27,
now,
27, 27, 27,
no,
27.
Like 25 points, bro.
27.
25, 9. What I told you, his assists have gone up.
Come on,
he may average 25 and 10. Not no 30. You're crazy.
I actually think, and believe it or not, I actually think San Antonio OKC do a great job at taking away the facilitation of the guards. So I actually don't think he'll average 10 assists. Like, even though Shai's averaged 10 assists, if you look, most of those games where he has 12, like these amazing assists, they're at home and they're because the bench, like, greatly outscored. Yeah, like, greatly outscored San Antonio. But yeah, Brunson's on a heater right now. That whole team's on a heater right now.
No,
all of them.
They're on a heater.
If this was 2K, they all got the red fire mark. They all got that. All of them.
I feel you. No, I feel you.
Now, hold on. OKC San Antonio in 5 or 6. But I'm just saying it could get real interesting depending on. Listen, they're going to try to rip each other's throats off tonight.
Okay.
We don't know.
So we talk about OKC. The Spurs go face the Knicks.
It's a way tougher matchup.
That's a tougher match. I think I would actually rather, and nothing against OKC, I would rather see that matchup for NBA basketball. Like that would be a great match because I don't think they would get blown out. I think OKC will blow them out. I don't think the Spurs blow them out.
I think if Wemby really's on a mission, I think he could.
If Wemby's on a mission, but I think I don't know. Like I feel like the matchups are pretty nice there.
If he shows up,
matchups.
If he shows up to MSG on a flying carpet, like the way he was wearing the
now Wemby's Aladdin basically.
Yeah,
now
the monk fit. I mean,
now Wemby's Aladdin.
If he can,
what do you think he pulls up in tonight?
Oh, I'm not sure.
He pulling up butt ass naked. He's going crazy.
All right, come on, man. Come on.
I'm just saying, bro. Wemby made the monk fit. At first, he put up in a suit. It wasn't the first game he was in a suit. It's different now, bro.
Listen. Game 7, I think everything's neutralized. I don't think the fit. This is where all that aura farming shit goes to bed. I think genuinely it comes down to who's better, who wants it more.
Oh, you think Shai's done aura farming? Shai has
No,
been
I'm-
oil farming this whole series, bro.
Oh yeah, of course. I think Game 7 you can't do that. Game 7 you simply
It's
have to.
simply you got to just put it all on.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
fair. That's fair. So the Spurs versus the Knicks would be a better, not like a better series, but it will be a more competitive series.
Tougher game.
Where does that go in? Like what would it be?
It's a tougher game plan for the Knicks. If the Knicks are clicking on offense, it could be like a 6-7 game series. It's just the problem is the Wemby element. Like if Wemby's hitting step back threes, bro.
But it's also a little bit different because when Wemby's guarding Hart's not usually on the perimeter. If
Hart
you're
is
guarding
on the
Cat,
perimeter
Well,
to
to
facilitate
space out of
to facilitate.
Cat's out there to shoot though.
But
Like that's what I mean.
yes.
You have to actually guard Cat. And it's not like he's like
And
the bench coming off.
You want to know what's even worse? Especially in this playoffs, Cat's playmaking has
Yes.
elevated tremendously.
So now you have playmaking and somebody that can shoot threes from 30 feet out. You have to guard that. And that's
You
not
have
like I
to.
said, like it's not like you're doing that from somebody coming off the bench. That's how the game is going to start. So
And that-
you're automatically going to be trying to take out Wemby from the paint. Either way.
and that's the thing. And that's the double-edged sword for San Antonio, unfortunately. Like you have no choice but to play. Wemby is such.
But
He
the
draws so
Spurs
much-
have also learned to somewhat play with their guards in the paint. Devin Vassell was blocking. I think he has a block on Chet almost every game.
Yes. In all those games where Wemby has less than 10 points in the half,
Yeah.
they lose. Wemby needs to set the tone. And Wemby's offense, I don't want to say his offense is predicated off his defense, but they do have a strict correlation.
Yeah.
Wemby packs somebody on one
DPOY.
side, he's running down the court, pull up three.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. When he gets the pull up three going, the step back three going, it's over.
It's over. Yeah.
It's
Especially if they're hitting, because he'll shoot them. But if they're actually hitting back
Exactly,
to back,
'cause- Because there'll be games where he's off. Like we're talking slapping the backboard.
yeah,
Like he's good gaming the backboard.
good game in the backboard.
Yeah, he's
Well,
just
I feel
he's
you.
just
That-
smacking the
that was
backboard
game
with the boots.
5.
Yeah,
Because even though, like I said, like they were trying to play get away from Wemby, when he had the ball, it didn't look as pretty. Like it didn't look like he was doing as much.
Mm-mm.
So I guess so. Thunder beat Knicks in what?
I'll say 6. Because I think they might. I think whoever's gonna win this game 7, I actually think they'll lose game 1 strictly off of like we're
Just
gassed, bro.
straight. Yeah,
I'm done.
just tired, bro. Spurs versus the Knicks. Where does that go? I'm gonna say 7, bro.
I'd agree.
I'm gonna say 7. That may be another game 7 on the line for the.
I would
finals,
agree. And you know what
back-to-back.
sucks? I mean, obviously, it sucks that it wouldn't be in MSG. I think a game 7 MSG would be phenomenal.
You can't have that
Sucks
in
that we
MSG.
can't get that.
You can't. I think Spike Lee said the best. You cannot have any closeout game in the Knicks in MSG. Somebody will die. Somebody may get trampled. Somebody may.
New York City would end up looking like Afghanistan, I think, after like a day.
I know we're passing over because I'm hurt still. I don't care. The Knicks are in the finals, bro. Like the Knicks are in the finals.
I know. It's taken them this long after what
27 years.
27 years, finally back into the finals.
And what a great run to get there too.
Yeah,
Like,
of
we're not like one of the best runs that we've seen in past years for them to actually get there.
Now let me ask you something. For Jalen Brunson, if he were to capture this illustrious title that a lot of guards at the NBA don't have, where does that put him with all the guards in today's league? At least is he up
Jalen
there with Shai?
Brunson's top 3.
Oh, so he's up there with Shai.
If you're saying if he wins a chip, right?
Yeah, Chip.
Top 3, and then he's the best Knicks player of all time.
He becomes the next.
He would be the best Knicks player of all time. The way you think the way that they talked about Melo when we were growing up, that Jalen Brunson wouldn't be. You know, how people have like Jesus posters in their house. It would be Jalen Brunson. He would be the new Homelander for New York.
So who would your top 3 guards be entering next year if
With
Brunson,
Jalen Brunson
with
was a chip.
with a chip?
Shai, Brunson, Cade.
Shade Brunson, Cade. So Luca has been removed. Luca at 29 years old still
Luka-
has no
Luka
awards
is great.
to
I
show
feel
for
like
it.
he always is disrespected. He can't take away what Cade's doing. Cade had actually one of the best regular seasons, and then somehow got even better in the play. Like I mean, like when I say better, I mean like he got better in almost all stats in the playoffs. Yes, Cade is coming to the season, especially if he gets help. I don't know if it's gonna be another guard help. I don't know what it'll be. He's gonna get some type of help, and I promise you, Cade may do unspeakable things next year.
Let me ask you this: 3 teams left, obviously, with the game 7 tonight. which star player's legacy is mostly is I'm trying to word this correctly. Whose legacy takes the highest jump with a championship?
Oh, the biggest jump.
Yes.
That's a different question. I'll say Wemby. Wemby to get a DPOY. The last season you already kind of hurt, so we already know that like that was kind of scratched off. This championship would cement him already as one of the best. Like we already talked about, you called him the greatest defender that you've ever seen last pod.
Yeah.
So now he's the greatest defender that we've ever seen in our little young eyes. And he got a chip with more coming. Yes.
I was actually going to take it different. I was going to say Shai. I think
I thought you were going to word the question different. I thought you were going to say like whose legacy will plunder more if they had lost. And I was going to say Shai. Because if Shai loses this, yes, it would be, you know how that's going to look. It's going to be all Twitter, all everybody.
back to the Darius Garland convo. Who's better, Shai or Darius Garland? That'll be the conversation next year if Shai doesn't win tonight.
It will be bad because we already know he's had a lot of talks this whole season. Everybody's been talking about Shai.
And the thing is,
it will be a lot.
I think everybody kind of understands that if Shai wins another, Shai obviously won the MVP.
Back-to-back MVPs and then a back-to-back chips and most likely back-to-back Finals MVP.
Yeah, and then the clutch player. Now I'm looking at clutch player.
So now Shai's in top conversations.
Exactly.
Now,
so that
now even if you don't like him, even if you think he's the most foul baiter,
he's now going to be in a conversation with your favorite player's favorite player.
You're so corny,
but yes, so sick.
Yes, he would. So yeah, that is true. But to win a chip, because like I said, Shai already has this. Shai has cemented himself as the greatest OKC player I know. At least I know Russ was like that. I think that Shai is the greatest OKC player that you guys have had. He brought you guys home. Wemby wins this one. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were about to say he's like better than Tim Duncan or something. I did not know where you were going with that. Talking about Shai.
He's not even better than
chill out.
David Robinson was a 14 years.
I feel you.
An MVP in 94.
I feel you.
10-time All-Star.
You know what it's kind of like?
2-time championship.
You know what Wemby is like right now? I think it's kind of like when we watch NFL, a lot of people are like, man, the most talented quarterback I've ever seen is Aaron Rodgers. But the best quarterback ever is Tom Brady. But the most talented is Aaron Rodgers. I think that's like Wemby right now. We can't say Wemby's the greatest. Obviously, we can't say Wemby's the greatest right now. We would look foolish. He's 22 years old. He's most talented. I mean,
of course, he's the most out of all the big men they've ever had. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Because Tim Duncan was fundamentals. He wasn't this.
No,
but
he wasn't smacking off the backboard.
But did he win? Now I will say this: his team compared to a lot of other teams were
pretty stacked. And Wemby does have a good team now.
He
but
does.
That's not faulting him. I mean, that's just good.
But it's all
GM work.
It's the same thing with Bron and MJ conversations. The competition is a little different. It's a little now. Tim Duncan played in the 2000s, which I think was like a mix of everything. Yeah. Defense and you had a little bit of offense starting to get involved, but it's still different. Yeah, he didn't play. He had to play Queso and Lou Dort and Shai and like you had to play all these players.
Let me ask you something. Obviously, the new matchup that everybody talks about in the West is Spurs versus OKC for many years to come.
Oh yeah, new rivalry.
Do you see another team potentially kind of inserting themselves in that mix
in the West?
Yeah, in the West that could maybe assert themselves with those two, or do you think it's really just going to be OKC?
I want to say the Wolves. I don't know if they're going to get another player. They need another player. Dubious handles. He has to go. If you can get one other person that just fits and sways, not KD. Not someone like I need somebody else that simply is nice. I don't know who. I don't know who would fit. But if they can get one that really makes sense, they can be right back in the conversation.
I was gonna say Nuggets.
Nuggets have already been there. But like if you're saying like to like reinsert, that's fine. Like you said, I'm talking about like inserting their name into that conversation.
Oh, insert or reinsert. Because I think, listen,
it would be the Nuggets or Wolves.
We knew that it was going to be Spurs. Okay, so I think we all had this kind of weird feeling.
It was going to fall. It was going to fall down to these two.
But before these two faced off, we were really looking forward to a Jokic-Wemby matchup, which we didn't get.
But well, I don't know because Jokic has Wemby's number a little bit.
And the assumption here is that Cam Johnson or Christian Braun will be traded this offseason for them to re-sign Peyton Watson. That has been confirmed by sources.
It's a great move. If it's Braun, I like Cam Johnson. I know he didn't have the best season. Those
And-
last couple of games, he played great.
Yeah.
Chris Brown needs to go.
Yeah, because I think with the contract too, the 5-year, $125 million, I think that's way too much. And I think Peyton Watson, Peyton Watson gives you a lot better value. I think you can sign him to a cheaper
he
deal.
can hit a little mid range. He's a nice
And when
driver.
Jokic was out, he held them down. I mean, he had some
Peyton
20,
Watson
30
is
point
nice.
games.
Peyton Watson is a nice player. Yeah,
I think he's more than this 3-and-D assumption that we had of him. I think that elevates, and I think he kind of turns into him. He blossoms into his own player.
he
next
can
year.
while still being a 3-and-D wing.
Yeah,
he can.
So yeah, I like those three in the West. What about the East? Obviously, the Knicks win. Do you think Boston, some
Knicks.
teams like those will be back next year?
I'm gonna say the Knicks, Detroit, and Knicks, Detroit. Most likely Boston. Boston losing the 3-1. That's not. I'm not saying it's not gonna ever happen again, but I don't see it happening in recent times anymore. Jason Tatum comes out now back out of a full season. That was the whole thing with the East. The East had so many injuries. Giannis was out. Nobody knew how the Cavs were gonna do. Nobody knew how the Knicks were gonna do. It was simply nobody even knew Detroit was gonna be that good. Like it was all based on injuries of Boston and the Milwaukee.
Here's one for you. Yesterday, Sean Sweeney signed to become the new head coach of the Orlando Magic. I think the Orlando Magic are going to make some noise next year as they finally get healthy, and I think this is going to be Paolo Banchero's coming to life.
Paolo always has a jump up in the playoffs. Like he always plays great in the playoffs too. But
so I think this is the time for them to elevate. I think they can go on next year.
Who's leaving that way? Boston is Boston getting worse than they were last year?
I think so.
So it'll be Detroit, Knicks, and Orlando, as you're saying.
And then there's Cleveland. I gotta wait to see what Cleveland does. No, like trade wise, because it depends.
Trade wise,
like what happens with Gian? Like the whole Giannis thing. That
and
really,
I don't know if you've been seeing. We've been advertising Evan Mobley. Man, we're gonna build him up. He's gonna get stronger because he has such a great season.
18-9 every year, brother. Be used to it. But nonetheless, Game 7 tonight for all the marbles to go to the NBA Finals.
Alien once said, "There's no thunder in the space."
Oh, whatever. I'm Damian Dustin.
Hayden Jones. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace.